G'day, I'm ET and welcome to the show. Well, this week I'm up in Far North Queensland catching some beautiful mangrove jack with Lee. What are you? Oh, that's a good one. We've also been to the Kimberley chasing those jacks as well. So a big jack attack show.
Oh, look at that.
Oh! Double jack. Come on, get a photo of that. But before we get into the action, let's take a look around. As my Ram road trip takes me to far north Queensland to attack jacks, then it's far west to the Kimberley. Well, I'm up on the Johnston River in far north Queensland and I'm with my mate Lee and we are going to catch some live baits and we're going to have a crack at trying to catch some mangrove jack on liveys. That's the key. Okay, I can see a nice mullet there. Yeah, a couple of herring. We'll lay it out, we'll guys out of the pocket. Yeah, nice. Ready to go. We're heading upstream into a beautiful mangrove-lined section of the South Johnston. And it's the age-old story. Find the bait fish and you'll find the predators. It's pretty clear when you're fishing that you've got to find bait and you've got to find structure. And generally, if you get those two together, you're going to find some predators. Oh, this is good. This is a good fish. I'm good in there, eh?
Oh, no, it's a barra.
Oh, it's a barra, is it?
Barra.
Oh, look at that.
On a bit of fish.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Barra Monday.
Mm.
Chasing jacks and get a barra. Nice, eh? Well done. Oh, tiny little hook. Look at that, yeah. Little 2-0. Oh, well done, mate. I loved it when it started to pull down deep and I'm thinking, oh, it could be a finger mark or it could be a a jack, but not for a second did I think it was a barra, but that's a beauty. And look at that little hook that you caught him on. Hey, it's a baby, good for a brim. Tiny, beautiful fish, well done.
No worries.
Woo! See you later, buddy.
Happy with that one?
These are gamakatsus and just a little ball sinker, and basically it'll just sit down there like that. Little Shimano outfit, a Zodius.
So that's
nice
what I'll
little
be running.
Corrado, Shimano Corrado.
And same deal, just the ball sinker and a smaller,
much smaller hook.
Yeah.
We're casting our baits close to the pylons and under the jetty, tight in close to the mangroves. They're right there and they're hungry. Hooking up is the easy part. Dragging jacks out from around pylons means using a heavy drag, plus a rapid pump and fast wind. Woohoo! There we go. He's not bad either. He's a long fish.
It's a long fish.
Oh yeah, he's not happy. He's not happy. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, he doesn't look super big, but I tell you, for a river fish, he's probably a good average size, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yep.
38 centimetre fish.
Yeah, nice fish. This is the target species. Okay, see you, mate. Thanks very much. Target species. I've sort of half fallen in love with these Revolution Shimano rods. Just a really good stick. 5 to 10 kilos, so you know, plenty of grunt. Means you're going to catch anything in this river system. This is the latest Stratic, one of the C5000 XGs, and this has got a whole pile of features that only a year or two ago were on the Stella, so a really top outfit. Lee knows these waters as well as he knows the Shimano Isles where he works at Anaconda. He's guiding me to another choice location. Lee's local knowledge is an immense advantage. Yep, you got him? Oh, yep, get him, Sunshine. He's a good one. He is a good one. He's a nice fish.
I don't think he's a... Oh, it's a big grunter.
Is it?
Yeah, monster grunter. Not a jack.
Wow. Oh, big grunter. How cool is that? That's fantastic. Oh, he's a good one too. He's a good grunter. Wow. Let me just... Lovely. Oh, yeah, good fish. Oh, he's a beauty. Hey, he's a stonker. Look at that. Wow, he's a ripper. Well, so far, we've been after jacks, but we've landed one jack, one barra, and one big grunter. Yeah. That's even a good afternoon by itself, isn't it, hey? It Great afternoon fishing. Work. Hey, beautiful grunter. I wasn't expecting that, let me tell you, that was a surprise. First class entertainment in a top location. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, Lee.
Well, great fun catching those mangrove jack up in the Kimberley, around the rocks and in the mangroves in North Queensland. What a fish they are. If you like what you see, well, make sure you tap the like button, share and subscribe. Let's get back to the action.
As promised, we're on deck pre-dawn the following morning and it looks like it's going to be a crackerjack day. Lee is double checking his soft plastics, making sure that all the varieties are in top condition. Well, it's a windy day. There's big cyclones heading down the Queensland coast at the moment, but we're tucked up here. Beautiful Marillion Bay. South of Cairns, I haven't done a lot of the casting the frogs underneath the mangrove limbs and branches, so this is going to be exciting.
Yes, mate, it will be. So what we're doing is we're skip casting these little Z-Man frogs and plastics right deep into the mangroves and watching them attack. So it's going to be very visual and exciting. If you can get a good cast up in there like that.
Green. Oh, first jack, good stuff. Well done.
Little jack on a big lure.
Yeah, he's hungry, that fella. Oh, that's great. Jack heaven in here. This is good fun. He knows he's home. And because his home is deep within the arched mangrove roots, we're casting ultra close to his realm. Lee insists that the lures can never be cast too close for comfort.
Watch along the mangroves. Normally if there's something there, you'll see them sort of come across.
Well, today I'm copying Lee because Lee's done a lot of this fishing before and knows how to skip those soft plastic lures right up underneath the mangroves, and as the tide's coming out, well, there's more and more fish getting towards the edge where the mangroves are sort of just starting to get that big, all the root balls are all sitting there. There's lots of bait getting pushed out, and obviously the predators are not far behind and they're in their little ambush spots, and we're trying to get our lures as close to the action as possible. Exciting way to go fishing. Oh yeah. Oh. Got him. Hey, how good was that? Just watched him come around and bang him.
Yeah. Sight casting.
There we go.
Beautiful mangrove jack.
That was good. He was just, you got him excited.
Yeah.
And then he was curling around trying to find, he's going, where'd that go? And I flicked it in and boom, straight on. Got him. And I was chatting to Lee in the Anaconda store the other day and he said, oh yeah, get a lot of mangrove jack down there. I went, yes. See you later, buddy. I'm doing it with this lovely Revolution rod. We've got some different reels today, but this is a little Sedona. It's doing a great job as well. Nice and soft in the tip, just so that it can really launch. You use a series of soft plastics, but this one here is a pop frog. And a Z-Man pop frog. You can see the little legs. You can imagine him on the surface.
The tide is dropping, and with the sun overhead, Lee thinks another of his deeper water jack spots might be more productive. We've settled into a creek tributary with deep water hard against the mangrove line bank.
We're going to work our way along here. The bait you can see on the water. There's edge now, there's mullet, there's gar, there's all sorts of bait fish getting pushed out and making its way out of the system. There it is. It's the right colour. Nice. Oh, very good. Good instruction, see? And so what we've done, we've gone, the sun's come up a little high, so we've decided to get away from the surface lures, go a little bit deeper.
Thanks, Lee, that was exciting, mate. And from all our casting sessions, I've learned another how to take a jack trick. I'm in the remote northwest of Australia as guest of top charter operator Cannon Charters, and there are other visitors here too. I'm setting out from the luxury mothership MV Cannon, accompanied by my brother Mick and top guide Andy. We're off to the Drysdale River chasing that knave, the king of jacks.
Just looking for all the bommies and that coming up along here. Oh, it's unreal. Yeah, it's working the edges for sure. The rocks and that, the Kimberley, it's a lot about the rocks. Jacks, it's an amazing jack fishery on its day, so hopefully they're on the go. There's nothing better than having some good jack sessions.
Oh, it is a jack, yes! That was good. I thought he was a codger. Oh, Mr. Jack, I got a picture with him. Nice, yeah. Yeah, beautiful little Drysdale Jack. Oh yeah, nice Jack. Yeah. Come on, yeah. Woo! Get him into the net, brother. Nice to bring him down. Yeah, good fish. We'll get a pick of it. I think you've just outsized me, brother. I think he's the next size up. He's the bigger brother to this one. We should be swapped.
Yeah, what's going on?
Little brother.
We're working hard-bodied lures near the surface, casting them close to the boulders and bullocking the jack away from the snags when we hook up.
I think there were about 3 there trying to eat my lure. Great fun. Here's little raider, 200 HG Shimano Corrado, 30-pound braid, and just working a structure. You just cast out in the middle of nowhere here, you are not going to catch anything, but if you get right against that wall, pretty much touch the wall in your cast, you're going to get some lookers. Go.
Oh, he was going home, wasn't
Woohoo! That's a nice one. He's a good one, brother. He's the biggest so far. Yeah, look at that.
Big side. Punched it down.
Nice fish.
Oh.
Woo! Yeah, that's a good one. He's getting close. He's 40 odd. Nice, brother. Thanks for looking after my little brother, Andy. And you can be a part of the action here too. Cannon Charters run a top-class operation featuring great accommodation and meals, unparalleled scenery, combined with an extravaganza of multiple fishing opportunities. Oh yeah. Hang on, that's something different. Oh,
Jack.
No, Jack.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Double
gosh.
Get a photo, can you get a photo?
Yeah, I got my camera in there. Oh, he's got
Your phone? Yeah, just get a quick one while it's going.
That's classic.
There you go. Not every day you catch 2 jacks on the one lure. That sure hit the jackpot. So it's Mick's shout back at MV Cannon. Thanks, brother, and thanks, Cannon Charters. Well, Mangrove Jack have got to be one of my favourite fish to target because they're so exciting and they're very powerful as well. When you cast in, they often do the full loop and hit you on the way back in. So if you're not up to speed, you are going to get done and dusted pretty quickly. I love chasing them up in the tropics and up in places like the Kimberley where you've got a nice rock wall like we had in the show. A wall along there, you know that they're queuing up along that edge, the tide's starting to drop, so all the fish that were up in the mangroves are now getting pushed out and they're around this rocky foreshore. So nice accurate cast right up against the rocks. You almost, if you touch it, that's a good cast. So right there, that's where the fish are. They only want to come out probably a metre. They don't want to get too far out because there's sharks and a whole range of other fish and predators that are going to eat those guys as well, especially the crocodile. All right, so these are the sort of rods that we love to use. This is a Shimano Raider rod. It's a 5 to 10 kilo stick, absolutely beautiful, and matched up with this lovely little Corrado. Now, the Corrado, this is a 200 HG, beautiful little system. You can see how powerful it is, incredibly powerful. So when you do hook up to a fish, you're going to get him coming straight to the boat. And that's super important that you make sure that you keep that head of the fish coming to the boat. So the tail's propelling that fish all the way into your net. Okay, so we've got some 30-pound braid on here. I've put a 30-pound trace on because what I really like doing is casting the lighter lures like these ones here. The little gold bomber, perfect for jacks. We've also got the green bomber, similar. You can go up on the surface with lures like this one here, the old bent banana. But these are fantastic, these ones, because you can cast right up and you can kick them down a little and they'll pop back up, as well as little poppers. So little poppers are about that size, are perfect to get them in there, just blooping them out
and always good fun to do it up against areas like a big rock wall, or when you're up in the mangroves, you can get the frogs. And I've got one of those frogs right here that work an absolute treat. Beautiful, just like a little frog, just skipping across the top. And these are weedless as well when you rig them up, just absolutely perfect. A nice little pop right here. And when you hook the fish up, well, they're going to be burying you back into those mangroves. But it's great to be able to skip these up, and you can do that on one of these little overhead systems. You can flick it right along the top. It'll skip across the top and go right up into the back section. As you can see, the hook just sits right in, nicely hidden. But as soon as the mangrove jack will hit that lure, the hook will come straight out, bang, and you'll get a nice hook up. But it's fantastic fun to get these guys skipping across the top, making that little bloop, those legs going, and the mangrove jack coming out and just demolishing them. Now, you're doing that on a dropping tide. As the tide's starting to drop out, all the fish actually have to retreat from the mangroves and come down into the channel. And as that process is happening, the fish will just slowly keep moving down, and you'll be able to get those casts, skip them across the water right up there under the mangroves and hook up. Now, I'll put this guy back for a second. We might have a look at some of these spin outfits I've got here. Revolution rod, nice and soft on the tip, 3 to 7 kilo. You can get those whippy casts in there and get those frogs skipping up underneath the mangroves. So a beautiful little setup here. This one here with a Stratic 4000 on it, 30-pound braid. You just want to put a 20 to 30-pound fluorocarbon trace on the end. So that's pretty much what we need. There's a few other different types. Again, the Revolution are really good, but as light as possible is always the key. As light as possible. Get that lure right up there in the strike zone, and you've got a good chance of catching one of these beautiful mangrove jack. Or when it comes to terrain, up in the Kimberley, you've got rock everywhere. So you're always going to come across rock bars. You've got rock ledges, rock. Whenever you find a nice stump or an old tree that's fallen in, that's a prime spot as well to really get those casts in and around. Now, when you're going further afield, like places like North Queensland, you've got tons of mangroves. So mangrove lines creeks, which work particularly well. And on that run out tide are the areas that you want to get those lures right up the back. And as the tide pushes off towards low, well, that's the best chance you've got of having those mangrove jack sit right out in the channel. So when it comes to mangrove jack country, the more structure, the better. Big logs, especially isolated rocks and logs out in the middle. So not so much right along the shoreline. You can find some really good structure out in the middle where you're going to get some of those beautiful big mangrove jack there as well. Generally, the mangrove jacks up the creeks are a lot smaller than the ones that venture out wide, and you find those bigger ones on the reef, up to about 8+ kilo. So really big fish out on the reef. The little guys tend to get up the river, but you can get them into the 50s, 60s and 70s if you know where to look for them. Well, bait versus lures, you can definitely catch loads of mangrove jack with bait. They'll take anything from a nice little slice of pilchard on a little ball sinker, just cast out and letting it waft around those mangrove edges. So if you get up to a nice mangrove bank, you can get some lines right up close, but hang on tight because those fish will be burying themselves straight back in there at the first chance they get. So you can use any sort of cut baits, potty mullet, little potties, little herring, anything small that swims and's got a nice tail beat, well, the mangrove jack will be all over it. One of the ways I do like to fish for them is under a balloon or a small float, and we usually use herring or mullet. Sometimes we actually, where we're fishing for really big mangrove jack, I'll use something like about 5 meters of 60-pound line, just so that the leader, after it's been burst through a whole pile of rubble and rock bar, well, you'll be able to get those fish in. Although they'll have lots of frays in that 5 meters of line, you'll end up getting the fish. They're a powerful fish, fantastic fun to catch, and they eat just about anything. So whatever you cast in there, from crabs all the way through to fish flesh and squid, well, you're on the money. Okay, well, poppers on the surface, the little shallow divers, The frogs, there's so many different ways to catch mangrove jack, but that's the way I like to do it.